What I failed to realize is that it is a tie for 7th and 8th place. And it's between Ray Allen and Tracy McGrady.
T-Mac is who I had at 10.
You crazy as hell, T-Mac, and that's my favorite player all time, by the way. But I got Tracy McGrady at. I got you. What number we on, Ron?
It is a tie between Ray Allen and Tracy McGrady
at 7.
7 and 8.
I had T-Mac at 10.
I got T-Mac at 7.
But again, Mars, that's another one. He got
at 7.
He got pulled over this whole era. I mean, anybody really from 90 to 2000, he probably got pulled over every single one of us.
T-Mac was like that, bro.
T-Mac's the George Gervin thing. It's the longevity. That's the problem.
Hold on, no. T-Mac's just definitively better than because right now it's T-Mac and Ray Allen. I understand that.
T-Mac is way better than Ray Allen, bro.
This is the thing. I had Ray above T-Mac because of the longevity.
I have Ray above T-Mac as well.
At their best, T-Mac.
Y'all
no, because of the T-Mac only had like 7 years.
Sentence.
He only had like 7 years. Best, it was the injuries.
Far superior to Ray Allen. T-Mac at his best. They're not even in the same conversation, in my opinion.
T-Mac at his best is better than everybody we talked about.
Yeah, T-Mac at his best. Yeah, T-Mac at his best is better than damn near every name that's been said so far. The reason I had him at 10 is because it was like 5 or 6 years. That's the reason I had him lower. At his best, he's better than these guys. But Ray Allen gave me like
at T-Mac's best, he was right. He was one step below Kobe, coach.
That's
one
a fact.
Below Kobe.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's why
I said a step. I didn't cheater. Hey, chill. Notice I said a step. I'm talking about when the receiver got a step on the court.
Not a step.
Hey, chill. Ball's right here.
Yo, peak Bean can't get with peak T-Mac.
2002.
Peak Mac sauce. Swiper.
2002.
You guys always just go too far.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that one. The only reason why I say is because T-Mac is my favorite player of all time, number one. But
me too.
But I saw games growing up in Houston where T-Mac would be doing this thing, and then he would get, and Kobe did it too, but he would get frustrated as hell and be like, "All right, y'all do it. I ain't gonna do shit. We just quit." He would do that some games. Now, Kobe. He did it 1 year, but T-Mac did it a lot, bro. Like, he would be like, kind of just lackadaisical. But, in series where we felt like we wasn't supposed to win, like playing against the Mavericks, he'll go all out, get 40 a game, shit like that. But when it's like an even matchup, he kind of does some bullshit sometimes. But that's the only reason why I'll give Pete Kobe over T-Mac. Like, Kobe's just a better player.
Look, all I know is this, in terms of what stuff that matters. I think T-Mac's not all-time great. I'm not all-time great conversation. Not gonna happen. But chill. That 2002 season, in terms of memorable, most important, one of the most important years I've ever seen in my life. Ever.
From 2001 to 2008. Give me Mac sauce.
Yeah, I saw your viral clip about T-Mac, and I just was disappointed, man.
What did you say? Hold on,
he said T-Mac's an overrated scorer. That's what
I was really disappointed in that, man. I was like, man,
39% from 3 on 60 cents a game in 2002. Chill, what? Come on, man. Come on.
I was really disappointed in that.
I'm gonna stay out of this Tracy McGrady conversation.
You ain't have T-Mac in your top 10, did you?
I did not, Mars.
Wow.
So is Chill the only one who ain't have?
Bro, 6'8", 6'9" shooting guard with the production. But I can understand, like, the argument people will say is that T-Mac never got out the first round. Truly, like that's an impact too. But I grew up in Houston. Them teams was not good. They had like Scott Padgett on the team. Do anyone of y'all know who Scott Padgett is?
Yeah, we all know who that is because we all watched those teams.
That's not a good basketball player, bro.
But I'm telling you, had T-Mac got been the second best player to Shaq in the early 2000s, the whole conversation around T-Mac is different. That's all I'm saying.
For sure, bro. The Rockets team was not good at all, bro. Like, having Chuck Hayes in the starting lineup should never be good.
Huh?
Even those Magic teams weren't
that good.
They weren't good either. That's what I'm saying.
They were never going to win, but then he gets blamed for that 3-1 against Detroit. But, like, really, they should have never been up 3-1 in the first place. That was kind of crazy. But
Doc got a funny way of coaching, though, by the way.
Shout out to, Doc will do enough to get you close to winning.
3-1 and lose that motherfucker. Yeah. Doc they lost that 3 times, bro. That's crazy.
How much do you guys value longevity? Genuine question.
Good. I value it a lot because Ray Allen's ahead of T-Mac. So
yes.
But it's a slippery slope for me because sometimes, like, longevity, if you got some average years in them longevity, like in that tenure, somebody with maybe 7 or 8 great years is better than somebody with like longevity and you finished off with the last 6 years you kind of mediocre.
I agree with that. I like when I say T-Max longevity, I'm saying like 6, 7, maybe 8 years because I'm not factoring in everything post like 09 for T-Mac just doesn't exist for me. Like that's not longevity.
He was kind of coming off of his injuries. Like that's when he got traded to New York.
That's not longevity. Like Vince Carter's last 7 years. That's why he's not on my list. Vince Carter, that's not longevity. I know he was in the league for a long time.
Yeah,
but when I'm saying longevity, I'm talking about highly valuable, productive players. Like for me, Ray Allen separates himself from T-Mac because even though T-Mac is the better player at both of their apexes,
but
Ray Allen
solid years.
Ray Allen might double him in terms of valuable years. He might double him.
So Morris, here's my thing when it comes to longevity and these type of conversations. If they're close,
right,
longevity will give you a boost.
Yeah,
and also winning too. If they're close, Ray Allen's longevity would have gave him a boost for me, and those 2 rings that he got too. Even though he didn't get it as the number 1 option with Boston, he did contribute, and also with Miami, he hit that big shot and all of that good stuff. Yeah, for sure. But the fact that I just have T-Mac night and day better than Ray
Allen,
it's just I could not value any of that.
Like that's what I'm agreeing with Ron on that. That's what I'm saying as far as the longevity.
I gotta go extreme just so I can get a gauge of things. So you got a player A, right? Plays 3 years in the NBA. 3 years.
3.
They're the best player in the league by far. Player B, 12 years in the NBA.
No, that's not the same. 12
consistent
is
top 10, but never top 5. Who are you ranking higher in that?
How good
the 12 years? 12 years.
The 12 because 3 and 12 is just crazy.
Player A, for those 3 years, like something traumatic happens. Torn Achilles, career's over. But they're Michael Jordan trajectory, like that level of.
They do that with Len Bias.
But only 3 years. You've only got 3 years. Player B, 12 years, consistent top 10, maybe a couple years, fringe top 5, but never in the top 3. Who would you rank higher on a position list?
This is very dramatic.
Yes,
this is very dramatic, but give me player.
But that's not the same thing because what you talking about is Brandon Roy. You talking about Brandon Roy and Ray Allen. That's what you talking about. We talking about Tracy McGrady and Ray Allen.
Yeah, that's why I said this is away from the team. This is just me trying to get a gauge on where longevity.
I know, but I'm feeling in. Yeah, like he's talking about Brandon Roy and Ray Allen. That's Brandon Roy.
I mean,
the chat's saying A. Some of the chat's saying A.
Yeah, I'm going with A.
Yeah, T-Mac has 7 years. T-Mac has 7 years where he's either elite or very good.
Like, who would I want on my team? I would obviously want to draft player B, and I would want to actually have player B's career as well. But if I'm talking about just simply who's better, or if in these lists who I'm taking player A because you were the GOAT while you were playing, but also too, I'm just looking at your game versus player B, and I'm just like, during those 3 years, at any time during those 3 years, you couldn't tie his sneakers.
We're talking about
why y'all ain't had Derrick Rose on y'all list there for the point guard joint?
Well, that's for Ron.
Derrick Rose.
Because I see what Ron said. Because I say this all the time. Yeah, I say this all the time. For me, the better player is whoever's just better at their peaks. That you're better than T-Mac's better than Ray Allen. That's how I do better. That's how I do better. It's just at their peak, who's better. I don't care about longevity. I don't care about that stuff. Just at their best, who the better player is. But when I do who's better all time, I factor in the value over the course of your career, which would then value in the longevity, which is why my better, like if Ron asked me top 10 best shooting guards ever, my list would look drastically different to how it looks when it's the top 10 shooting guards of all time. So I guess for me, it's like semantics, I guess. But like, they're 2 different lists for me. So T-Mac would be higher on the best shooting guards list than he would be on the top 10 shooting guards of all time list. So yeah,
makes sense because that's how I am with the LeBron and Jordan GOAT debate. But I feel
that's where I'm at with it. So T-Mac, I got you at 10 solely because of longevity. I ain't gonna lie. At your apex, that's top 5.
We're telling y'all if people didn't get a chance to watch basketball in the 2000s, I'm not even trying to be nostalgic, bro. We ain't. I've never talked to y'all about Mike Bibby, about Darren Williams for real. Like we haven't talked about none of them, bro. Like
there was a real conversation when Darren Williams and Chris Paul. That was a serious conversation.
That's a fact.
That was a real conversation, and I thought that Darren Williams was better. At one point, I did. Yes, I did.
Jermaine O'Neal was right up there with all the rest of the
Bro, I tell people all the time the 2000s to me all the way up until like 2010. If you want to say 2010, I think that's the best like around that time was the best era of basketball, bro.
It's the player choice way. Yeah, them boys don't get it started. The player choice way. Yeah, the player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice way.